BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Russell. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But you look at this defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Third and 3. Back to throw. Russell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Russell. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Looking to throw on second down. Russell. Throwing for Montgomery. He's got him on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Russell. He finds his man, complete. It's Daniels. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Going to give to Greer here. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Russell. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go, set. Right now, let's go, ready.
1st and 10, Young. And he's taken down here by the Saints. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Let's go. Ready?
Young will set to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Trimble. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 27 yards there. First down.
Done to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
It's Young on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Oh, what a move. And he'll work down inside the 45. The Panthers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Meanwhile, Young's throw taken in by London. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Young's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
7-7, our score after one. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. On first down, Russell. This is caught. Touchdown. Christian Kirk. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot. Confidence rising in him as he plays.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Take that. Thank you.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game two, so I would agree with you totally on that.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. It's Young off play action. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4.
Go ultra. Ready?
A draw play for Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 3rd and 3. Young now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And the Saints are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 3-yard line.
Back to throw. Russell. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, Coleman. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Russell. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Off play action. Russell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Daniels. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Russell. And this one is incomplete.
That could be the stuff this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked. Just a 28-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
48-yard line.
On the set. Red, yellow. 43 rail. Flight blue. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Now Young. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On third down, Mixon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was third and Brundle, but they allow the conversion.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They go play action. Young. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Looking to throw, Young. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
The pressure came off of the corner, and while they recognized it and turned it into a big play, I'm looking at the defense on that one, because when you do bring extra pressure, you have to rotate someone over for coverage, and I think he was a step too late and gave up a big play.
They'll run on first down. It's Daniels. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing you're looking for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Daniels. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Joseph. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now, because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now, because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Operating from the gun, Russell. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Mixon with a first down carry. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 55 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Young off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Young now from the 50. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Russell. He finds his man, Pollard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Russell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And that one complete to Hodgins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Young. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw, Young. This will be caught at about the 6. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Mixon. Is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Young to throw it. And he's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal? Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Russell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down. Russell. And his throw here is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Following the interception, Young will find Hodgins there complete. They find some open field here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An excellent pick of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there and stop the offense. But you typically run out a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football and to catch him off balance.
And he did. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now Young. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On play action, Young. Flush to his right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Castle. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
3rd and short yardage, Young. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this one is right down the middle. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Russell. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Russell. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Russell to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, forced the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Russell. And this is going to be intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it up. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? He saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, we're going to do all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. Green Jack.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Once again, they run with Mixon. And a good push up front, and he's able to get his way down inside the 30. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Come on, set.
Mixing up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Inside handoff to Mixon. Shedding through the defense. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Here we go. Striker, 3-3.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Carolina, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.